Hi, I'm Fiona Neeranjohn and welcome to Platform Episode 2. Firstly, thank you so much to everybody that watched Episode 1. Sharelski, thank you for being such an amazing person to interview. So, Episode 2, you ready? Let's get it on. When I was younger, I used to go trampolining in this building. Now, it just sits empty. It seems that funding cuts have had a real impact on youth activities. But Platform has found a magical charity. Let's meet founder of the Urban Arts Foundation, aka Kerry O'Brien, aka Lady MC. Kerry, thank you so much for coming on Platform.
It's an absolute honour, and I'm really honoured with the network of inspirational people you have around you, that I'm number 2 of the episode. So I'm absolutely honoured, so thank you so much for inviting me up here today. It's a pleasure.
Oh, so Urban Arts Foundation. Let's just have a little peek. Let's have a little peek at what Urban Arts Foundation is all about.
You can tell from the mix, this is fantastic. Tearing up your speakers, bad and legit. Got you in the head, not automatic. Bassline in your chest, pull up, it sounds sick.
Incredible, the diversity, it's amazing. Mind-blowing, really mind-blowing. But what I'd like to do, and I'm sure my audience want to know this as well, okay, let's go back. Because actually, Urban Arts Foundation is a manifestation of your first love.
Yes.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
Right, okay, so, but we'll get to your first love in a moment. We'll build up the audience. You know what I'm like, guys. You know I like to go back, learn about people, find out who you are. So, parents-wise, you've got a little mixture going on, haven't you? Tell me.
My mum is half Indian, half German.
Okay.
And my dad was Irish. Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. And growing up, it was a tough time, wasn't it? You kind of moved around a lot, and then you settled back in the UK.
Yeah.
Now, lots of people who are watching this know you as Lady MC.
They may do.
They may do. Lady MC.
Yeah.
Wow. When did you know that you could MC? And the reason I ask you this question, okay, is because when you watch all the talent shows, and you see these little kids come on, they're like 5 or 6 years old, and they rock up on the stage, and you think they're going to sing Bar Bar Black Sheep, and all of a sudden they come out and they're singing opera, and you know, all the hairs on the back of your head stand up. When did you realise? Tell us the story, fill us in. How did you know?
Firstly, my dad was a musician.
Okay.
He was a guitarist. So growing up, it was kind of the nature of what I was brought up with.
Okay.
Sitting around my dad while he played the guitars, and you know, him singing the same song over and over again. I was going, oh, Dad, you know. But what happened was, there was this opportunity that we had. When I was 10, our school got invited to go on this TV show called Top Banana, and each class had a different theme. I was like, oh, why don't we be the rapping witches?
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
I really, you know,
hey,
I'm
not knocking it.
Yeah, I don't actually know.
Okay.
Me and my dad wrote the song.
Do you remember the lyrics?
Yeah, the beginning. I don't remember all the lyrics.
Go
I remember
on.
the first
would
bit.
you?
All right. All right. Right. The rapping witches is our name. We're gonna play the banana game. So rap. So yeah, that was it. That's all I remember.
And that was at 10?
That was at 10.
You know, come on, this is
10 years
fair
old.
Game.
It's on TV. We won the show as well. It was so fun. We all had these witches hats on, but you know, these gold chains dripped. It was brilliant, you know. Yeah, so that was where it started for me. You know, 10, 11 years old, at school, trying to find my way. I was the youngest in the year. I was the shortest in the year. I was probably the fattest in the...
Short's fine.
I know short is fine.
It's fine. I struggled with it
yeah,
too.
you know, but yeah, I got bullied, you know, for being so short, and I was quite chubby as well. So, you know, I got bullied a lot when I was, you know, in year 7 and year 8. Had a lot of stuff going on at home as well, domestic dramas and a lot of pain, really. And so school was a little bit of an outlet for me. It was away from being at home. You know, I'd be at school. And sort of throw myself into the school life, but then at school, you know, I'd have to deal with, you know, the bullying and stuff for the first couple of years. So I understand now, like, why, you know, I had that experience at that age. Always loved music. Really got into Salt and Pepper, MC Hammer. They were the first 2 tapes I bought. The first cassette tape. And we.
So, wait, hold on. Just in case you're watching and you don't know what a cassette tape is.
Oh no.
Please Google it. Okay, continue.
It's so true, isn't it? And when I got to about 15 years old, 14, 15, I started to go to under 18 raves. And then I discovered, jungle drum and bass music and hardcore.
Right. Okay.
And that's when I realised that I watched these MCs on the stage: Stevie Hyper D, MC Fearless, MC GQ, the Ragga Twins.
And you got the buzz.
Yeah, Demas J. So he was almost like my chaperone. I couldn't go anywhere without him.
Right.
He was an MC.
So Kerry, how did you know that you could compete with these people though?
I didn't.
Okay. And so you hadn't even thought that you wanted to be an MC
No,
yet?
not yet.
You were just enjoying their
Just
vibes?
enjoying the vibe, raving,
okay, all right, okay.
enjoying it. But then I was watching these MCs do their thing. So one day I went home and I was writing these lyrics, and I was like, and Demas, who used to take me out, I'll give him these lyrics, and I said, oh, can you MC these lyrics for me? And he was like, no, you do it. And I was like, oh. So I went away for a couple of weeks. I practiced the lyrics.
Where did you practice?
At home in my bedroom.
Did you have your hairbrush?
Did I?
Because I did.
I might have.
Just sang though. I was just singing in my bedroom.
Yeah.
My family will tell you she just sang in her bedroom all the time.
So yeah, practiced those lyrics. I went back, and then I got on the stage and I did my thing. And I'd never seen a female MC on the stage before.
Okay.
And I don't think anyone else had either.
Oh.
Yeah.
What year are we?
95 or 96.
95, 96. Okay.
Bearing in mind, I'm 4 foot something.
Me too.
You know, on this stage of all these big guys. But I went up there and I got loads of support from everyone. I think I sounded like a bit like a mouse at the time, really young.
I can't believe you're a mouse,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. Where even people to this day remember me from, oh, Lady MC from Labyrinth, 20 years
And that's what you called yourself, Lady MC.
Yeah.
That was your name because
Yeah.
you were like, didn't see any more Lady MCs out
No.
there. So at that time, for you was Lady MC.
Yeah, I was the Lady MC.
So
I am the Lady MC.
you are.
I
Hello,
am
you
the Lady
are
MC,
Lady
yeah.
MC.
Yeah.
Hello, let's get that correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're rocking it. We're doing the MC.
Yeah.
We're enjoying life. We're doing all our stuff, and then you get invited 13 years later to go to a school and talk about being a female in a male-dominated environment.
Yes.
So as an MC, as a Lady MC, that's what we're
Yes.
talking. Okay, tell us about that. What was that like?
Oh, it was amazing. It was my first experience of work, being in a school, not being a student.
Right.
So it was really great. So I did a talk about my experience, really, just sharing how I got into it, why I got into it. And then just as we were walking off, this young girl, short, dark hair, chubby-ish girl.
Little mirror of you when you were younger.
Yeah. And she just came up to me and she said, can I talk to you? And I said, of course. And sat down with her on these little chairs, and she just basically said, everything you've told me is like what I'm going through at home at the moment.
Oh wow.
And yeah. And she was like, I really want to do what you're doing. And at that moment, my whole body felt something. That was like a surge of light, a surge of energy, a surge of emotion.
Yep.
And it just came through me, and something changed for me at that moment. And that's when I realised that I wanted to work with young people.
Where'd you start? Like, what do you do?
Well, lucky for me, I had a network of other artists around me that were already doing workshops.
Okay.
So we started to put together workshop ideas and everything, and then I trained myself up as a youth work facilitator, learned about working with young people.
What was the biggest thing you learned in that training?
Wow. I think it was really understanding about how important safeguarding is for young people, understanding the different things that keep young people safe, and my responsibility as an adult to keep them safe if I know something, if I see something, because that young person is completely confiding in you and trusts you.
Were you prepared in yourself for that? Because you're saying it and I'm wondering to myself, how would I cope? How would I, so were you ready for that?
I must have been.
Okay, so you've done the training and you're setting, are we setting Urban Arts up? Or are we
No, not yet.
Okay, all
Not
right,
yet.
what are we
So
setting up?
I set up a company with an old colleague of mine. We set up a company. We created these DJ vans, which had DJ decks in the boot. They were ML Jeeps, and we'd rock up to estates with these Jeeps, open up the boot, and then there'd be a DJ setup that comes out.
Just an estate, a housing estate.
Housing estate, where young people are.
Yeah.
And we would engage young people that way. that experience taught me that I can do it. So I learned so much from over those 4 years. At the end of those 4 years, I actually ended up losing everything.
You've got this incredible opportunity to create something out of this little girl that's come up to you and gone, you remind me of me and I want to do what you do, and it's giving you that kind of, okay, actually, this is what I want to do in my life.
Yeah.
And you created something, and then things didn't they? Your life really went through a tough time, didn't it? Can we, because personally and business-wise.
Yeah, so 2010 was probably one of the biggest years, hardest years in my adult life. My dad committed suicide. He hung himself 6 days before my birthday. And
it's a tough time.
There's no words that can describe what that does to a child when they lose their parent in that way. And not only that, I hadn't seen him for a few years. But the beautiful thing was, we spoke 2 months before for 2 hours on the phone.
Lovely.
We had the most beautiful conversation. He apologised for things. We had a real heart to heart. He told me how proud he was of me.
Oh.
And as much as that hurts me, because it was like we could have rebuilt something before he did what he did.
Yeah. So you've got this situation with your dad.
Yeah.
And then your business. Something happened with your business. So
yeah. Yeah. Do you know what? It was a complete blessing in disguise.
you can always say that after the fact.
I know, right? After the pain.
After the pain.
But yeah, basically, like there's a lesson here.
What's the time frame? So we've lost Dad.
Yeah. It's just under a year after that.
So this is usually the place that you channel all your pain. Ever since you were young.
And I did.
Right.
That was my focus. It was something that helped me to get out of bed every day.
Yes.
To do.
Yes.
Going to see all those young people, lifting up my spirits. It was amazing. But but sometimes in all relationships, business, personal, intimate, people don't work.
Yeah. Or work for a while and then
seasons.
Yeah.
So me and this partner, we didn't work. But like I said, I'm so grateful because I learned so much on my journey. But one lesson that I think I'd love your viewers to listen here is, when you set up a business with somebody, make sure, whether they're your friend or not, that you check all your paperwork. So with that said, I basically walked away with 50 quid in my bank and a set of turntables. 6 weeks later, lots of tears later.
How did you pick yourself up? Because that's a really important factor, especially when you're at this stage of your life. How did you pick yourself up?
I had a really great network around me of people, and I think is why I asked for help. I think that's the key. I don't think I even asked for help. I think it was apparent I needed help. Also, I found a faith that really worked for me, and it helped me to cope with everything.
Yeah.
And that kept me, focused every day, and I had something to, lift up my vibes, and help me to work through my stuff. I've always been very surrounded by people that are conscious as well. I've got a very conscious network of people around me.
Right.
I'm really grateful that I had that network around me, and because, who knows?
Who knows? But you're here, so we know.
Yeah.
So let's scoot forward. So we've had the 6 weeks.
Yeah.
We've had lots of tears. I know the tears.
Yeah.
I've done them many a times between episode 1 and episode 2.
Yeah.
A platform. What happened? What juicy things happened to you?
Well, it was literally 6 weeks after I lost it. I said, I'm doing it again. So I did. So I set up, it was called the London Urban Arts Academy before.
London Urban Arts Academy, okay.
That's what it was called before.
Right.
I set that up and I basically started from scratch and rebuilt.
Did you go on Dragon's Den?
I did go on Dragon's Den.
Did you?
Yes.
But what was it like? What was that like?
Woo! Wow. I'm just reliving it right now, and my heart was in my stomach. But it was a great experience. I can stand up in front of anybody and present now.
Brilliant.
You know, I can be grilled by anybody. I've been grilled by 5 dragons. Give it to me. You know,
I took them on. Like, hello.
You know, but really good. And I was really proud of myself. I did well, you know,
and especially when you look at yourself coming from the background that you came.
Yeah.
You know, that I think is the most important part that we all must remember to really praise our lives in what you have achieved thus far. Because you're a work in journey, I'm a work in progress journey. You know, platform's a work in progress journey, and it's like you have to stop in that moment and go, well done. Okay, let's scoot forward then. So we've now decided we're going to do it. We're doing it again. So we've got the Urban Arts Academy. Right.
And we just rebuilt. I just rebuilt. I tapped into clients I had before, bought new equipment, used the equipment that we had. And I had this thing, Fiona, right? So I was just like, I want another vehicle.
Okay.
You know? I want another vehicle
because
back on
you've
the
seen
road.
the power of it.
Yeah, I mean, we had
rocking out to a council estate, all the kids coming out like, oh my God, there's something that we can do.
Right. So a year and a half into re-establishing, and I'm not going to pretend it was easy. You know, I was struggling every single day, every day.
What is struggling? What does that look like?
Well,
what does that sound like?
Well, it's. I was still grieving my dad.
Yes.
I was grieving my friend.
Yep.
I was grieving my business. I'd focused so much into this business. My music career wasn't going that well either because.
So Lady MC's now on hold.
She was on hold.
Right. That's a little bit to contend with, babes.
You know.
So what happened? Talk to me.
I think I just grew. I just grew from the pain. You know, I grew from that pain. And,
grew from the pain.
You know, growing pains, right?
Yeah.
And anyway, so the story of the vehicle, I was obsessed with making something happen. I get this email from from the council. Single decker bus, media studio, up for tender. I fell off my chair.
Single decker bus, media centre.
Media bus.
Media bus.
Yeah. Music bus. I fell off my chair. I fell off my chair, and I couldn't even get my words out. I was reaching for my phone to try and ring my partner at the time. I was like, ah! The story behind getting that. Remember, I've got 50 quid in my bank.
Even in that moment, you've got this conviction, like you know how much value you created with the little things that you had before, and your drive, your determination from the little girl that came up to you in the school.
I know.
Is I want to move forward with this because I know how much value it creates. Hence why you're sitting here, Kerry.
I know.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So, okay, we've got the bus. We're calling our boyfriend.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, so raised the money. My chairman from my charity fronted the money for it.
Brilliant. So let's just have a look at the bus.
Yes.
Because everybody has to have a look at the bus. Have a look at the bus.
We empower young people through arts and media and help them to realise their full potential.
That's stunning. That's so much fun.
I know.
When am I going on the bus? I need to go on the bus. I have not been on the bus, by the way.
Yeah, you can come this week.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
So now look, Urban Arts Foundation. You have 2 umbrellas to this company. Okay. You've got the outreach community work. And then you've got the bus, which we've just seen. You've got creative workshops. I've written it down. I don't remember it all, don't worry. And then you've got this other strand, which is improving mental well-being.
Yes.
I really love that. I love
Yes.
the way you phrase that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people just talk about mental health. And you've got improving mental well-being. And in those, you've got Skip to the Beat.
Yes.
Which, by the way, when I watched the video, made me cry.
Me too.
We'll have a look at that in a minute. We'll have a little look at that in a moment. And then you've got the peer education in school. So what's your mission statement?
To transform the lives of young people by strengthening their well-being through urban arts.
Wow.
Mental well-being through urban arts.
That's beautiful. Strengthening their well-being through urban arts. Stunning. Wow, Kerry, amazing. So, let's talk about these umbrellas. Which one do you want to talk about?
So, we'll talk about Skip to the Beat first.
Yes.
So that actually came off the back of one of our students who had been with me for years, who had severe mental health conditions, Luke Jackson, who I mentioned in the video that you watched, he got murdered a couple of years ago. And and alongside my dad, and then also these other things, like all these young people that we're dealing with, we see they're all dealing with anxiety. Some of them are depressed, some of them are self-harming. They're all dealing with these mental health conditions. And I was like, we need to do more about this.
Yeah.
So we developed a program with a board of health professionals. So we've got like occupational therapists, clinical psychologists, doctors, service users,
wonderful,
artists came together. We created a program called Skip to the Beat. It was mainly designed, co-designed by Stephanie Turner, who's one of our fantastic facilitators.
Can we just have a look at it? Let's just have a little slip.
Yeah.
Just this is stunning. I really recommend you all to watch the full length of it, but I'm just going to give you a little bit right now. Skip to the beat.
Things aren't the best, but things get better. They always do. Let's stop blaming the past because the past doesn't define you.
They share their transformations. They share their fears and fears they've overcome.
How would we know a good day if we didn't have a bad one? No self, put down, can run. You will have a space in my heart, and after today, let's all have a good fresh start.
Now you can see why I cried. We both nearly cried just then, didn't we? Incredible. So that's Skip to the Beat. What do you want to...
The Peer Educator Programme.
Yeah.
So that was designed by Sarah Greaves Turner. So what she does is she trains young people in schools about the 6 main adolescent mental health conditions, and then helps them, supports them, encourages them to deliver their own sessions to their peers in schools.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, really great to have Sarah on board and have that programme. The Young Urban Arts Foundation is only where it is because of the team that I've had.
One of those team members that you've had on board was your mum, didn't you? You employed your mum. What did she used to call you when you used to ask her to do something?
You're not going to say it.
You have to. I think it's hilarious.
Boss child.
So your mum used to say, "What do you want me to do, boss child?" How did that feel? Did you just go...
Do you know what? My mum's got the best, one of the biggest sense of humours in the world. She's sarcastic. She's, she's sarcastic and she's very funny. So there's nothing you can really more than do is laugh.
Did she do what she had to do, though?
Can we, right, next question?
Love you, Mum. We love you.
Yeah.
Big time love you.
No, but I have to say, just on that note, on a serious note, when things were really challenging for me, when I was resetting up, my mum gave up what she was doing and volunteered full time for me.
Oh, love, Mum.
Yeah.
Kerry, you've created magic.
Do you know what? I have. And I'm
give us a high five on that one then, girl.
And, we've worked with over 15,000 young people to date. That's a lot of lives. One of the things that's kept me going all this time is that so many charities have folded in the past few years because of government cuts.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And I was like, well, who's going to be there for the kids?
The greatest gift that you get given is when you see their lives transform. At the end of the 3-day, 5-day. Oh, do we need tissues? I get my cameraman to get tissue. Okay, great. Right. So we talked about funding. We talked about it being cut.
Yeah.
Okay. You've created a kind of another little avenue, which I'm really excited about because it was so much fun. So you've created this this corporate side of your business where you take everything you do with the youth, you take it into businesses.
Oh God, yeah.
And I've watched the videos, and we're not going to go into the video, but I will show you in a little while, trust me. Talk to me about that. Like, why did you think about that?
So initially, if I'm really brutally honest, I was like, we need to generate money from corporates. So I thought we could start doing team building days.
And let's just show our audience what we're talking about here, shall we? Have a look at this because it's incredible. What you're allowing people to do is express themselves.
Yes.
But you're getting up, you don't want to get up in the morning. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. You get to the train station, your trains are delayed, you're getting to work, you're now late. You've got this anxiety running through you because you've got deadlines and it's just constant. So actually your corporate event is really releasing that in people. You're allowing, because when I watched it, you know, I listened to people's lives, and their lives were kind of going, oh, I really needed this.
Yes.
I really needed a moment to, I've never rapped in my life, but I really needed to just let myself go. It's an ingenious way of making money.
I've just remembered the first event we did. It was with PwC. The bus was parked up on Tooley Street in London Bridge, and we had these accountants rapping on top of the bus at lunchtime. I've just remembered. The thing that they all said was, I feel I had a great day, it's been a great outcome, we've learnt loads, but to know this is going to help a young person as well.
It's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's different. It's not. It's not your let's go do paintballing or let's go. You know, it's different.
Exactly.
But at the moment, for me, I think that difference is good, and I think that if people start watching this video and seeing the benefits that it's having for other companies' employees, then okay, wonderful. You're in a good place.
Yes.
Obviously, you are looking to get more money in, more funding in, so you can grow, develop, and create more value in people's lives. Because again, like we said a bit earlier on, you give, and you think it's amazing and incredible, and it is amazing and incredible. But actually, sometimes you have to stop and go, "What am I getting?" and discover what's going to make Kerry happy.
Yeah.
So what do we end up with?
Well, I've got a release coming out. I've got a release coming out on my birthday, which is next week. Really excited about it. I've been in the studio. I've been recording. I've been writing. I've been doing some shows.
And how's that felt?
It just feels normal. It feels like, oh yeah,
I'm back. Like liberating.
Like happiness, well-being, contentment.
Yeah. That's how Platform episode 1 felt for me.
Yeah.
Hey, I've come back.
I'm just really open right now. I'm open to opportunities. I'm open to what's next for my creative endeavours.
But what would you think? What would you say that you'd like to? Yeah. What would you like to share with our audience?
Oh, what I'd like to share with the audience. Well, first thing is there's something really beautiful about taking 100% responsibility for your life, and that means the good, the bad, the ugly. This is how I live my life. So what I'd like to put out to your viewers is there are never any mistakes. There are never any mistakes. And the quicker we realise it's not a mistake, the quicker that we can move forward and see the blessing in it.
Kerry, I'm seeing your heart shining through your skin. Urban Arts Foundation, beautiful, stunning. There's going to be information at the end so you can get everything you need to know about it. Lady MC, I cannot wait to hear the track. We're going to be showcasing it at the end of Platform like we always do. You're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're stunning, and you have really created magic. Be very proud of yourself. And thank you for coming on here. It's been so lovely to have you on Platform, episode 2.
Oh, you done it.
I did it. We did it. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's been, I've got a little, tears of joy in my eyes. It's been lovely sharing myself, and thank you for giving me and my charity the platform to shine. Thank you.
Absolute pleasure. Make sure that you keep in contact with us. Let us know everything that's happening. We'll be keeping contact with you. And like I said to Sherelle last week, there's always a seat for you right here.
Thank you.
All the details of Urban Arts will be at the end of this programme. Remember, the purpose of Platform is to entertain, inspire, support and encourage your big dreams. Keep pushing that rock up the hill, people, even if your terrain is saying no. And thank you for inspiring us. Lady MC's track is next. Enjoy. Until next time.
Lord of mercy. You can tell from the mix, this is fantastic. Tearing up your speakers, bad and legit. Got you in the head, not automatic. Bassline in your chest, pull up, it sounds sick.
When you're hearing a rhythm, man and woman get a feeling, appearing like a healing, so appealing. Taking that cap for the end of the evening, but not too sure in the morning. Too much bass, giving out the red warning from the night before. Now you're not too sure, finding the remedy and not the cure. To enjoy the music, sustain the pureness. Dance for the kings, don't stand for no less. Bless the world dress, I stress to manifest. Or no need to second guess, fantastic. Yeah, you know the rest, traveling light on the keys, anything to the bass, to the jump, to the thing, can run. Last week, yard, heavy that time, Lady MC, running with the lyrics like
you can tell from the mix, this is fantastic. Tearing up your speakers, bad and legit. Got you in the head, not automatic. Bassline in your chest, pull up, it sounds sick. You can tell from the mix, this is fantastic. Tearing up your speakers, bad and legit. Got got you in the head nod, automatic. Bassline in your chest, pull up, it sounds sick.
Chant with it, sing with it, rap with it, roll with the best for the rhythm, get with it, take a hit, pray with it, transit into a new dimension, using the rhythm to release any tension, therapy, sound of protection, international conversation, based on religion for all of the nations. Dive on, little dive on. Heavy like on the DMC running with a little dive on. Dive on, little dive on. Stop the gun. Heavy like on the DMC running with a lyrics dive on.
Lord of mercy, Lord of mercy. You can tell from the mix, this is fantastic. Tearing up your speakers, bad and legit. Got you in the head nod, automatic. Bassline in your chest, pull up, it sounds sick. You can tell from the mix, this is fantastic. Tearing up your speakers, bad and legit. Got you in the head nod, automatic. Bassline in your chest, pull up, it sounds sick. Sounds sick.